And there it is. So package condition, and I got some gouges here in the package. Tape is partially loosened even here. Doesn't look like it's been opened, I don't think. A little gouge here on the side. All right, let's get it inside. Check out. Okay, here we go. Time to open the package. I might actually need a knife. I'll probably need a knife for this end of it. All right, here we go. Here's the box. Packing slip here, which as usual from MRC says thank you. A nice little personal touch, handwritten. And the box, a little bit of abrasions here on the surface. Not a big deal. I don't really care necessarily if the box has abrasions, a little compression there. But let's pull the rest of this box out. Corner compression. Probably not going to affect the plane at all. Let me set this down for a second. Here we go. Got it out of the box. And a little bit of compressions here on the box. A wrinkle, a crease. Nothing on this corner. Small compression here. Nothing major, just some wrinkles here in the box, but nothing that looks like major damage. This is pretty compressed here, but again, I think hopefully with the way these things are packaged, well, the foam, I don't expect anything major. I just lifted the box up, cut the pieces of tape on the bottom here, holding it together. You know, it's interesting when you think about it, this box now coming from China to the east coast of Illinois and then back out here to the west coast again. I think this box has gone almost 3/4 of the way around the world at this point. It's kind of interesting thought. All right, box is off, and here we go. So package, again, dented in here, but no big deal. Plenty of foam to protect it. No major cracks in the foam that I see here. So all in all, what I can grossly see here at the box shipped very well. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll get some parts out here. We'll take a look at the rest of this unboxing. All right, so we have the T45 user manual here. We have the packing materials here, which we'll loosen up, open up. And we got one wing here. Just on a quick inspection, seems to be in pretty good condition. A little bit of a deformity here on the wing. It's mild. Doesn't really amount to much of any significance. A little compression in here, nothing significant. Slats look to be pretty good. I don't see oh, there's that little bit of that plastic deformity that one of the other members was talking about. Let's see. Let me get this opened up here. Yeah, so there is a little bit of a dimple here. I don't know if you can see that. The camera shows that very well. There's a dimple here. Small dimple here. Other than that, this wing seems to, another small one out here. These just look like little dimples that maybe get formed in the plastic from the heat, just in maybe not the best temperature formation. I don't know. I'm not a manufacturer, but it seems maybe related to manufacturing. Surprisingly to me, I didn't expect this wing to look as small as it does. I guess, you know, once you put it on the plane and you add the other side, it's going to be a pretty decent sized wing, but anyway, the color looks good on it. Materials look to be good on it. Electronics seem to be look good. We'll see how it goes together. Here seems a pretty decent fitment. There's a little bit of an irregularity in the angle, and again, I don't know if you can see this, but there's like, it looks almost like a heat deformity or something in the foam right here. You know, it's not my, you know, I would prefer not to see something like this, but given that it's on the underside of the wing and so close to the gear, it's not going to make as much of a difference. Tape slightly a little bit loose here, a little bit of bubbling in the tape. And other than that, it looks pretty good. I don't know if this wire is supposed to be exposed here right above the end or not. There's a little bit of a wire that you can see. I guess no, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll figure that out as we work on it here. I guess it goes to the servo. That's what it is. It's a servo wire that you can see right here. I'm going to put it on pause here as we get more of the parts out. All right, got the next wing out here, and this would be the right wing. And I'm noticing there is a fair amount of play right here. I don't know if this is really significant, but I know others have talked about the play that they've noticed in the flap. So I have that there, and I compared that to the other side, the left wing, and it's similar. Maybe slightly less play there, but similar. And then looking at the underside with the gear, the gap that we talked about in my last section of the video that I showed you, versus the gap here is a little different. Nothing big. And interesting enough, it looks like this has that same sort of heat deformity. I don't know how that is that has that, but it's the same on both wings. So probably has something to do with the manufacturing and release of the foam from the molding or something. Again, not a big deal, just an observation of that. And now looking at the flap on, or the slat on this one, actually seems like on this one to be in a little bit better, a little bit less dimpling, definitely less dimpling occurring on this leading edge slat here on this wing, the opposite wing. Other than that, looking at this, at the materials here, at the foam, and the paint and the color. I know people have complained about the plastic. There's a mismatch. This plastic here is lighter in color, closer to the color of the foam, maybe possibly, well, maybe not. Anyway, different color than the plastic here. I get it. I understand why, you know, people are disappointed in that, but to me, you know, even for a $500 foam plane, I think it's tolerable. I think overall the appearance of this plane, the quality that I'm seeing so far, is definitely up to my standards, what I would expect for a plane with this kind of detailing for the price. Could it be better? Sure, but it's acceptable to me. All right, so next we have the fuselage. So I'm gonna pull that out, remove the little pieces of foam here that are retaining it, and figure out what's the best way to get a hold of this and reach from inside of the air intake. And I'll tell you already, guys, this thing is a beauty. Looks really nice, even though I still only have it plastic. I'm gonna slide this off carefully. All right, I ran out of video space, so I cut out there, guys, but here I got the plastic off now. And I was about to say, this is just really a beautiful plane. You know, it's not a composite plane, but I'll tell you what, for all the foam planes that I've either owned or seen, this thing is getting close to rivaling a composite plane. I mean, certainly you see it as foam. There's still some detail there. You can see the foam material, but it's still really good quality. The decals are all put on here well. Everything looks good. I mean, even little details. I don't know if you can see this, but this little infinity symbol that's right here. Just a small little detail like that. These you know, plastic pieces for the various components for the plane. It's just really great detail that they went into here. No major defects, a few very minor defects that you probably can't even see the camera. They're not even worth pointing out because just handling this plane, I'm going to end up getting more defects from my own handling. Even though I'm trying to be as careful as I can, I'm going to create more defects in this plane than what it arrived shipping, and with me, that's even with me being careful with it. So, as others have pointed out, this canopy does have this play in it. It's going to be easy to remedy that just by filling in the gap here on this canopy. But inside here, the electronics, from a gross inspection that I've done, everything seems to be connected properly. We'll find out shortly here. I'll connect the battery up and we'll see where we're really at. But very large battery bay here, plenty of room. I'm just really loving this plane, and I haven't even flown it. It's right up there. You know, for 500 bucks, guys, yes, it's foam, but there's a lot of detail here. I mean, I've heard that these what do they call them now? The molds that they need for the foam are real expensive. So that certainly contributes something. But I'll tell you what, just the work that's gone into this, everything seems to be put together well. I don't see dirt marks on it like one or more of you might have noted on yours. This seems to be handled very carefully. Great details inside the cockpit. It really does. I'm telling you, it's up there. It's better than some composites I've seen. It rivals some composites. And then, you know, there are obviously those people, those of you out there that are scratch builders, and you're going to build a better plane than this. It's going to look better than this. But I'm feeling like for 500 bucks, I feel like I got a decent, I'm happy with the price I paid, especially if it flies anything like those of you that have had success with it. So that's where we're at for now. Mainly what's left in the box here. There's some plastic pieces that are in here still. The tail hook, the air intake, the exhaust cover, the tail, horizontal stabilizer, the vertical stabilizer is in here. Wrapped up in plastic grossly real quick. Inspecting that, looks good. I'll have to check. Looks like it is going to be rubbing a little bit there on the rudder, like others have noted possibly. I might be working on that a little bit, sanding that a little bit. The last component or piece of the tail here that's got to go on. In any case, you know, it's looking good. If there's any major details I still need to go over here as I'm pulling it apart, I'll try to get that caught on video, and then next I'll power it up and we'll see how it looks.